Today, we'll be talking about League Macro for level 10 dummies. Biscuit, NA, #1, hit me up if you need any guidance. I will decline your friendship because I think you'll probably be another e-girl asking me for money. Let's get started. League is about breaking the Nexus. So every action you take should be based around breaking the Nexus. Getting kills, killing minions, taking objectives is linked to a correlation to winning the game. But if the game allowed you to take 300 dragons, it's not going to win you the game. It's what you do with these benefits that allows you to win. Moreover, whenever you're doing an action or doing something at all, it should be intentional. And you should try to know what's going to happen after that. You're going to fight to take a dragon. You're going to push to get pressure or gold safely. This is a mindset that you should be working on. Intentional, predicted outcomes. And of course, being tilted is bad. You see people who get ahead, but they have a teammate who's behind and they don't take it quite well. They bring the team down. So if you're one of those people, you should play Animal Crossing instead. Or take deep breaths. Like that. Slow and controlled. Because it works. It's biology. Unfortunately. And instead of being angry and blaming everyone but yourself after you make a mistake, lose, you die, something doesn't go your way, learn something from it. It's kind of hard sometimes, but learning something from every mistake, everything that happens bad, knowing why it happened, finding that outcome is a large portion of League. But don't be cringe. Don't be like, oh, it's my bad. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry that you're 0-12 junk. You're an 0 over 0 and you're an over. Sometimes it's not your fault. Sometimes you just lose because your teammates are bad. That shouldn't be on you to carry them. Kind of, sometimes, maybe. What I mean by that is that every negative event, loss, death, miscommunication, can be traced back to a mistake. That's what you're learning from. You're not trying to be like, oh my god, I should have used flash. I should have ignited this guy instead of that guy, and oh, I mispositioned, I misspaced, and it's like, yeah, you probably did, but you took a 1v3 and then like with no objective up because like, you fucking didn't ward or something. So yeah, it's the origin, it's the prime mistake, the first mistake that you make that you should be learning from, not everything that happens after it. You know, League is all about snowballing. You shouldn't learn how the snowball crashed into you, killed you. You should be learning how the fucking chunk of snow fell in the first place. How to break a nexus? Kind of simple. No, maybe. This is more centered around team play, consensual, of course. team composition of an orgy. So if like you're doing flex with the boys, you're gonna want to make it. You're gonna want to have a good team comp. You see the pro teams. They make a lot of making team comps for a good reason. 4 play styles in general. There's dive, poke, split, and late scaling. As of now, dive is of course making sure you have the champs to reach the enemy. You have hooks. You have lockdown. You have all that good stuff. Poke is going to be probably more based around fighting at objectives in a different way, rather, where instead of pushing the fight and getting that crazy hook to get the 1v5 Diana Malphite Yasuo ult, you're going to be fucking playing Veigar or some stupid shit and queuing them while Dragon is up. And then all of a sudden they don't have any health, and your entire team has health because your tank is peeling for you guys, and your mage is killing them and keeping zoning them off. And there's split laning like the Baus. Shit sucks. Late scaling is pretty much just when your team comp has great opportunities to scale and making sure you have people to peel and protect for them. And while I'm making these team comps, they need to be diverse. You're going to want a frontline, like pretty much all the time. You need someone taking the damage, someone to engage, someone to deal damage, someone to lock down. And you need to make decisions based on your team comp. If you have a dive or a poke team comp, you're probably going to be fighting around objectives, probably going to be fighting around Dragon a lot. So jungler is going to want to figure out which side they should be on if the split. Probably going to want to prioritize those 2 first grubs instead. And what should your jungler do? Should they be scaling? Are they just there to make your teammates fed? Communication. Everyone fucks this up all the time, especially in flex. And if you're like in a Discord call and none of you guys really know each other and you don't really talk too good together, so you're just kind of silent playing your own game because you're too afraid to say that jungler is currently ganking bot lane, but they don't really know it yet. Communicate. Is your laner missing? Does your laner use any sums? Make sure to ping that. And if there's an objective up, you're probably going to want to tell your jungler that you have prio or that you don't have prio, because or else they'll yell at you. And if you are jungle, you should be telling your laners what your plan is. Are you gonna clear down? Are you gonna clear up? Which buff are you gonna start at? What is your intended objective? Is it gonna be dragon focused? Is it gonna be ganking mid or bot lane? Grubs? And of course, the 2 important lanes are mid and bot lane. And they must always say when someone's missing, because those motherfuckers will move. Support's gonna roam up, gonna kill that mid laner, tilt them, and they'll DC. And mid lane is gonna rotate down and get super fed because your ADC doesn't have any vision because your support is AFK. Pseudo AFK. It's like ghost quitting, but for supports. Material wealth. My favorite. Because I don't value my relationships with other people, I value material wealth over them. I will prioritize gaining money than spending time with my friends and loved ones. Gold. Actions surrounding gold are going to be a balancing act. It's going to be yin yang. You're going to give, you're going to take. You could greed a plate, get you like 100 gold or something, but that might cause you to lose prio in your laner to push up that lane, and you could lose entire ice wave, which is more than 100. And Obviously, it's easier to fight when you have comparatively more items than the person you're fighting. So check about that for fighting. You may not know they have Zanyas. You may not know they have like an active item that's gonna fuck you up if you don't know about. So always just make sure to check, see if who has their power spike, who's more powerful in the moment that you're fighting. And also spending gold too. Make sure to back when you have buy like a major component or entire item. Objectives, very helpful as well. This is where games are won and lost because a lot of things happen at objectives. Number one, choose if you're going to do grubs or dragon. Grubs just help you break towers faster. Dragons are called drakes, if you didn't know that. So, good thing to do. Just like in the gold, you want to not be sitting on a lot of it. So, back at 1 minute 30 before an objective spawns. This is going to allow you, this is like mostly optimal for what I know. It's going to let you spend gold. It's going to let you give back and achieve wave prio. Because you need to fight for vision at 1 minute before the objective spawns. With your buddies, you can't like go there by yourself, obviously. And if your team isn't ready to take drag, if they didn't get vision, if they didn't have enough prio, so you're fighting like a 4v3 or something because your mid lane's dumb as fuck, give it. If you can't like reliably win the fight because you don't have like 20 kills on them, just give it. You don't really want to take a fight that you don't really know that you're going to win. League is all about percentages and having them most in your favor before making a big action. Pressure. Pressure is very, very important for top laners because it's pretty much all they can do in the entire game at any point. Pressure is essentially very basic, is making the enemy do something. Pressure creates opportunity. 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 Force the enemy's hand, waste their time. I'll probably make an entire video on specifically split pushing because it is my specialty. Low elo specialty. And prio. It's what you can do. If you have your wave pushed in, you will have more prio than the enemy. Prio is priority. You have more priority to do things. Your priority, that doesn't make any sense. Oh yeah, priority. If you have prio, you have more priority to do things. No, more ability to do things than the enemy comparatively. Yin and yang, it's a balancing act of priority. If you push in a wave, your enemy is going to have to take the wave under tower and farm it, or else they will lose a lot of gold. So because you have your wave pushed up, you're not going to be, and your wave is dying under tower, that's not the enemy's minions. You're not losing any gold. You can go somewhere else. You can do what you want to do with your life. You can study computer engineering instead of agriculture. There's a business for that too. And if only I was allowed to take it. So I'm low elo. breaking Nexus while ahead is very straightforward. I think that's straightforward with anything as long as you know what you're doing. But know that I live in America. Low people, especially in America, don't know how to end the games. Every one of their games goes 30 minutes because they don't know what to do. Winning while ahead is about pressure and prio. Because you're ahead, you can force your enemies to do things. You can push out waves without having them contest you as much, being safer while you're doing it because they're too afraid to die to you. You can get pressure, you can get prio, you can fucking rule lanes to get all the objectives. Yeah. So you can fight on more objectives because you're going to have more priority than the enemies, and you'll be able to make more choices than your enemy can. Good things to do is to siege turrets that are the furthest out. Yeah, Baron Elder are at the end of the game. They're at like 30 minutes late in the game for a reason. It's because they're used to end the game. If you have Baron, you can really easily push waves because they're stronger. And do this, fight those turrets that are farthest out with Baron, and you're gonna fucking slowly chip them down. And if you have Elder, just kill them, and 2 of them are dead, and it's 40 minutes. Everyone's level 18. 2 of them are dead for 50 seconds. That means you just go and from the millions behind. A different story. Got to realize that you're behind and you're losing because something didn't work out. This could be because you're out team comped, or you could be worse than them. So there's no 100% method to getting back in the game because you're losing for a reason. If you have one lane that's particularly losing, like a Scion, let's say your Scion is level 35 mastery and they're going a dumbass fucking build that has all health and split push. And they're like 1 in 12 ranked game, like me. They won't be very helpful in team fights compared to the 10-0 Mordekaiser. So just have your Scion fuck off in a side lane. Have him go push up a lane that's far away from an objective, because someone's probably going to have to deal with them, or they'll lose a turret or two. And that someone that's going to deal with them is probably more important than the Scion. And sometimes you could be like 3-4K gold ahead in the first 20 minutes, but that doesn't even mean you're losing, because you might outscale them. You have like a Kale, Veigar, and a good team comp. I mean, I wouldn't FF because fucking know what's gonna happen with that Veigar. Go for picks, get those percentages in your favor. 3v1 sounds pretty useful. How to go about it? Very in-depth topics are going to be better explained by people who are better at the game than me. So find those tutorials, find those macro guides, but make sure they're for this season because things change so rapidly and frequently. And play some flex games with the boys, because you have something to lose. You have that rank to lose. You'll lock in, prioritize that communication, work a team comp out before you actually start. Do Clash as well. That's always fun. But take a break. You don't always have to play League. And don't play if you don't want to. Because if your plan is to get better at League and even pursue it at the collegiate level, Don't burn yourself out because it's not worth it. And you're always shit. You're always shit at the game. There's going to be inters in every single elo, and you're not safe from them, and you're going to be one at some point. Be humble. Learn from your mistakes. I wonder if I can show you the. This is what I'm using to prop up my camera. It's a pencil stuck in this, and I just lean it like so because this is the best angle of my face to make me look pretty.